Bow chicka bow now, chicka bow now, bow chicka bow now, chicka bow now, bow chicka bow now, chicka bow now, bow chicka bow now. Hey there, everybody. Eric from Art of Limitless coming at you today with an unboxing and first impressions review of the K-Bar Becker BK29 Moses Bowie. Now, in order to do this the right way, I figured I had to get the rest of the Becker family involved. So I got my Becker knives here, waiting for the unveiling of their new family members, and I do say members, and a little vodka drink to keep me going. So anyway, I got myself a package in the mail today. Pretty excited. This is, I believe, at this time, probably the first review of this on YouTube. So good to get this in my hands. It came pretty quick. It was very reasonably priced, with a couple of other blades that I am hoping are included in this box, as they should be. And so really some good value here, a new blade to Becker, something that's been sitting on their shelves for a little while. It's a design that has basically existed since the BK20, which is the Bundok Bowie. And at that time they had a couple of different ideas about different blade shapes, different things that worked for them and didn't work for them. And this one actually caught their eye by one of their designers, and they put it on the shelf, and they have now since released it. And this is an opportunity to take a quick look at this thing and get an initial impressions, get my hands on it, and see if this is going to be a good blade for me. All right, so with no further delay, I will get right into this, because I know how people can be. They don't want me taking too long and not getting to the blade fast enough, so I'm going to work through this packaging here, get this thing opened right up, and we'll get down to business. So, good news, there is more than one blade in here already. First thing is multiple sets of handle scales, a small blade, a medium blade, and a large blade. So this is maybe suitable for, let's just say, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We got a choice for everybody here. So ultimately, as interested as I am in these other two knives, I would like to start with the big boy. This right here is the Becker BK29 Moses Bowie. So like most other K-Bar knives, you have the typical packaging. If you've seen any other unboxing of Becker knives, this is pretty much the standard. Getting right into it, you see the knife in the sheath. So it's a polyester sheath in color tan. And the blade. This is basically just a blade protector, which it's not even in. And the typical warranty card. And other than that, it's pretty much what you've got. Now, I do have a video about which company I believe makes the crappiest ballistic nylon sheath, and I believe I concluded that it was Becker. This particular one looks to be a little bit better than the one I reviewed at that particular time, mostly because it actually has the molly field on the back of the sheath. Now, the prior video that I did, it was a very similarly sized sheath. It was actually the sheath for the BK9, but it did not have the molly, and so it pretty much left me with only one good mounting option, which is this loop here. It is a Velcro loop, which allows you to easily remove it and put it on your belt without taking your belt off. And it looks like this particular one actually also has a snap as well, which I can't really recall for sure if the other one had a snap. I do not believe it did. So I think this is a little bit of an upgrade in terms of the actual sheath design. But you know, also has a snap down the bottom so that you can use this to lash down through the molly of your pack or whatever you're gonna lash that to. So anyway, pocket on the front, capable of stashing another blade. Sometimes these sheaths do have a little sleeve on the inside to accept a smaller knife. Now this particular package that I bought did come with a small skinning knife, and so if this did have that little sleeve, it would be able to potentially accept that. But you know, this doesn't have it, no big deal. I don't find that I typically keep these sheaths anyway. Chances are very likely I will get this knife resheathed at some point in time. So the sheath has a retention strap that seems to be somewhat adjustable at the top to hold this handle in place. But now finally, woof, nice. Really, really sweet. Check that out. Very cool. I can feel already it feels great in the hand. It's actually pretty nimble, reasonably quick. Nice 1/4 of an inch thick. I don't even think it's a full 1/4 inch. It doesn't seem like it to me. At the top of the spine, I think maybe it would be a 1/4 of an inch if the grind continued all the way to the top of the blade, but where it has this little, it's not a false edge, but it's actually kind of ground down there. I feel like that took a little bit of the meat off of the top of this thing. And in fact, if you look here further down, you can see that that is a little bit thicker through this particular section. So here's a nice, quick, clean look at that blade. Just beautiful, really nice. That edge is not super polished. I mean, you can kind of see the grind in there. I mean, it's a little bit chunky. Certainly something that can be worked on. I mean, it's, I'm sure, pretty sharp, but it's definitely not like a really refined edge right out of the box. It's got that really sweet tip, nice and pronounced. The difference between the BK29 and the BK20, I mean, there's some subtle differences, but the main difference is kind of in the front profile of this blade. So this has a little bit more of a pronounced sweep on the tip of this Bowie versus the BK20. Now this package came with the black handles as well as sets of pea green and fern green handles. But I'll tell you, I'm kind of lucky because I can do even one better. I happen to just so fortunately have myself some micarta handle scales. And so, man, woo-hoo-hoo. Talk about being able to upgrade this thing right off the get-go. Yep, there you go. So is it considered cheating if you upgrade your blade in the middle of a first impressions review? I mean, I can hear it already. You can't do that. You can't upgrade your blade. It's a first impressions review. Oh, the Becker handle stock scales suck. Yeah, well, you know what? The Becker handle stock scales kind of do suck. And so now you know why I have an extra set of micarta handle scales laying around. Because, quite frankly, I never really know when a new Becker's going to come walking through the door. And so here you go. I was already prepared. And so, man, right off the get-go, yes, this is sick. Totally awesome. Feels great. Looks great. Really cool knife. Feels wonderful in the hand. Good quality balance, nice steel, Becker name, tried and true. This thing is awesome. And I will drink to that. Sweet. So also as part of this package, this also came with a Becker BK5 Magnum Camp. Now I'm not going to get into too much of a review here. I will save that for another day. But while I got this eye candy out on the table, I figure I might as well pop this thing out of the box. In this particular case, it's actually not in the sheath. It's utilizing that paper blade protector. And taking this out. Nice. Now this, I can finally say to my buddy over at Blazing Blades, yeah man, I got me a BK5. You've been talking about this thing for what? I mean, over a year now with me, and I told you someday I'm gonna get my blade. And when I see it, I'm gonna get it. Well, this was the one. You know why? Because I found myself a pretty sweet package that got me one of these, pretty much included. I mean, geez, I almost would have paid the money that this cost without this other stuff. But I mean, I got this too. Hell yeah. Nice. Totally cool. So, I mean, just right off the get-go, well, yeah, this thing is super light, nimble, feels good in the hand, nice quality grind, a blade with a finger choil, yeah. Now, I'll be honest here, I feel a little bit bad for this BK5 because really I thought these handle scales were going to be earmarked for one of these. I figured I'd find one of these and need the scales and these were going to go right on it, but man, those scales look a little bit better on that Moses Bowie, don't they? And if all that wasn't good enough, here I have a small K-bar snake charmer. So this also was included in this package deal. So taking it out here. Pretty neat little lanyard. Really cool. Really cool. This is actually a neat little charm for a paracord wrap or something like that. That is totally neat. And also this little snake charmer knife with the warranty card on the inside. I mean, so this is completely ridiculous. I know this sounds funny, but I mean, it's really hard to, oh, gotta go that way maybe? I don't know. Maybe you don't pull the knife straight out. Maybe you gotta pop it through the top. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to look into that. But anyway, this is the little snake charmer knife. Very sharp right out of the box. So that's cool. Nice little skinning blade, neck knife style. Pretty cool. Actually, nice to include that right in that package. So you kind of get some good value here. I mean, if you really look at what's included here, you got kind of a size range developing here in terms of, you know, the different blade sizes and you know, what you'd potentially use these for. More of a camp knife, more of a chopper, small little utility or skinning knife. So what a great package. I mean, for the money, that is totally sweet. So here's getting a little look at my Becker BK family. Really pretty nice lineup here. Almost everything's been customized or upgraded except for that BK5 right now, and that's just a matter of time before I get to that. And I mean, really, in terms of overall capability, size of these blades, quality, I mean, this is like top notch in my mind. I mean, it's, you know, is this considered to be like high-end blades? No, but I mean, the Becker quality is there, the comfort's there, the overall durability, and you know, ultimately the quality is there. The K-bar name's been around forever, so Becker K-Bar doing a really great job with these blades. Now I think it's kind of funny at this point, when you look down the line, I mean, this really makes this Becker BK7, which is still a pretty large knife, I mean, kind of start to look like a little toy. So, you know, I got the Moses BK29, I got the BK9, BK5, BK7, BK16, and BK11, all right here. So a nice little Becker family. So, there you have it. A really cool opportunity, nice unboxing video. I am totally pumped about this setup. Got myself a couple of really cool, nice new blades. I am totally psyched to use these out in the field. Get some field time with them, a little bit of use, and ultimately just continue to grow my collection. And so, definitely some great value here. At the time, you know, these things are available, this entire package was right at the $200 mark, and that included shipping. So great value. I mean, this blade alone, in my opinion, will always be worth that. Never mind, you end up with these additional blades. So, oh, hold on, I'm missing one. That came with it too. I mean, check that out. Sweet. So, alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.